Right, guys, I'm here with Ali McCoist and Joe Cole. We're talking about the Euro 2024, right? We've got a few statements here that I want you to agree or disagree with.
Okay.
Right, so I'm going to hit you with them. Let me know your thoughts, all right? Here we go. First one is a bigger for you, Anna.
Okay, I'm all set.
England are rightly favourites to win Euro 2024.
Disagree. 100% they should be one of the favourites to win Euro 2024, but I would not have them above France.
Why?
Because I think France have already beaten them in the World Cup recently. I think it's a flip of the coin between the two sides, to be brutally honest. I think the French nation have won tournaments more recently than England. I'm not sure England know how to finally win a tournament since '66. I totally understand and get that this is one of the best squads in a long, long time, but I would say France deserve favouritism before England.
Is there anyone else you would put up there with England?
No.
Really?
No, Joe.
Just England and France?
Yes.
The only one I'd probably add to that I don't think they'll win it, but I think they could go close because of home advantage is Germany. That mentality around tournaments, whether you think they're a good team or not. So having home advantage, Tony Cruz has come back.
Yeah.
They've got some really good young players. Musiala being one of them. They will be my outside bet.
What about Portugal?
Yeah, they've got a great squad.
They've got the players, haven't they?
Yeah, it's true.
But strange as it may seem, guys, I wouldn't have Portugal as a rank outsider, but I think the two favourites, honestly,
I agree with
I
you.
think they've got to be in England and France. I think England and France have kicked on from everybody else.
Yeah, I think England and France are there, then you've got like the Portugals and the Germans
exactly
maybe
what I
just
think.
rung underneath.
That's exactly what I think.
Joe, what do you
So
think?
it sounds as though you two are agreeing with me about England.
No, I agree with you. It's England or France or Germany. I'll put Germany because of home advantage. They're the three teams. Everyone else, I think, there's a few others underneath them, but I'll put Germany up there with England and France now. They're kicking on.
I'm going to go, I'm putting England favourites.
Really?
That hunger and desire. Bellingham, top player, best player in probably La Liga at the moment. Harry Kane, top goal scorer in Germany.
Yeah.
Got Foden firing here in England. Do you know what I mean? You've got and players that are going for a title. Three teams have got players in the England team going for a title.
Look,
I just think.
Do you know what the only reason I think they didn't win the World Cup, France, was Hugo Lloris? Like, he's been a top player, but he's come to the end of it, and in the penalty shootouts.
Yeah.
If that final would have gone in another 10 minutes, France were winning 5-3. They were on the floor when they brought on Tuchemani and all them boys. But
that's I think backing up my theory. I think France, Mbappe scores 3 goals, scores a goal in the penalty shootout in the final and doesn't win the final. It was one of the most amazing games you'll ever see. But that's why I've got them just ahead of England. Because I think they know how to do it. I don't disagree with any of your comments about Bellingham, Foden, Kane. Brilliant. I mean, Rice, for example, as well. Tremendous. But I just think favouritism deserves to go to France just because they know how to do it.
So you disagree?
Disagree.
I'm gonna agree, just to counteract Ali.
Yeah, I can't have Ali on here disagreeing and we just disagree with him. So I agree. Right, next, let's go for the next one.
I think Ali, even if we had the reincarnation of Bobby Charlton,
Bobby
Moore and everyone playing, he would still disagree with that.
It was going to take an awful lot for me to agree with that.
Well, this ain't a bad one for you.
Right.
Joe, I'll go with you first. Scotland will get out of their group for the first time. Agree or disagree? Bearing in mind their group is Germany, Switzerland and Hungary. Tough group.
I agree. Because of the new rules and remit, you can finish third and still go through. I think it's a shootout between Hungary and Switzerland and Scots. But knowing Steve Clarke how I know him and knowing how well organised they'll be, I think they'll struggle to score goals, but I think they'll have enough to maybe nick a win and a draw in that group and go through. And that'd be great. It'd be great for the tournament.
It's a Tartan army, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Tartan army, that's an extra point or two in the group stages. It has to be, because there's the passion you're going to see, the enthusiasm they're going to come with. The team must feed off that. And we saw it with Wales. When Bow and Ramsey and all the guys, Ashley Williams and stuff, were doing their thing there in the Euros. So I think it could be almost that type of scenario because of the fanfare that goes with it. So I'm going to I'm gonna agree that they get out of the group.
I'm going to agree.
Oh,
right?
shock.
And by the way, I've got to be critical. I mean, of previous teams, our team included. When you think about some of the teams that we've had, you know, with Dalglish and Souness and Bremner and Dennis Law.
You've had better players in past squads.
Yes, no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. But a combination of things, which I think Joe said, Rio, I think the 4 best third place, it's a little bit sod's law that 3 or 4 months ago I thought Germany, they're a bit iffy at the moment,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But you're right, recently they've looked tremendous, which isn't great for us. But come on, Switzerland, we've got to say we'll have a go against Switzerland and Hungary. So I think, again, I'm with Joe, I think goal scoring has been and might continue to be a little bit of a problem for us. You know, but we're looking at guys like
McTominay
and McGinn, boys like that.
getting goals.
Are the goals in them?
Is this so? You've never qualified out of a group?
Never.
Now, I want to throw something at you, which I think goes underlooked. And when you play in these summer tournaments with the heat,
Oh, the weather.
like because I thought it's affected us. Remember in Japan, in Germany, it was like ridiculous.
Agreed.
And you boys, you don't see the sun a lot up there,
we
do you?
don't. We're no fans of the sun up there. I've got to say, and the World Cup I played in '90 in Italy as well. Heat.
Factor 50, just
So
lavering up.
basically, if we get a bit of rain, I fancy us to qualify. That's what I'm saying. But I agree.
You agree?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. Full ass. I agree too. Right, next one. England had a better squad 20 years ago than they did today. I feel old. Agree or disagree?
Mate, it's hard to judge between eras, isn't it? We had Michael Owen, Wayne Rooney, yourself, JT, Ashley Cole, Stevie.
I think there was more depth in our squad of quality. If you went from 1 to 20, 24, whatever number it was, I think you go over that whole group maybe will be better. But they've got players who are like Kane and Bellingham playing outside of the country is a big thing. I think is an advantage that they would have over us. Players that know different ways of playing, different leagues, different cultures. I think that goes a long way.
I think, and I'm not shirking the issue here, I think it's just a bit an impossible question to answer that. You look at your guys' squad and the squad now, I don't think you could say, you know, your squad was worse or this squad's better. It's just impossible. I'm just looking at Bellingham and I'm looking at Foden.
Right, Bellingham, Foden, Rice, midfield 3 versus
Scholes, Gerrard,
Lampard. Who are you taking?
Do you know what I think the big thing is here? I think these boys, what sets them apart, I think you can't separate, there's some quality players there, but I think what sets these boys out is that tactically they're better than we were because they've been educated in a better system and a better way of playing. And I think that's going to be the difference. We was always at a loose end. Well, we'd go, imagine the amount of times we went into a game and we'd have Scholes, Becks, Stevie and Frank, and I'm like, we're not having the ball here against for like parts of the game. And we'd only win because someone would do something.
Here's one for you, and I take your point, it's a great point. Do you think that might be the thing that holds England back in this tournament? See, you're saying you guys maybe tactically, you know, I wouldn't say we're as astute, but probably weren't maybe just tactically as briefed as these boys are, right? So you boys would just express yourselves and go and play. Now that is what the current England support want this England team to do, but they feel they might not be allowed to do it. A lot of them feel maybe Gareth will, you know, maybe play with 2 sitters and hold the reins in a wee bit. So tactically they might not be allowed to go and do what you guys would have done naturally.
I think it's more the personnel with this team, who he plays. I think the structure of the team is really good, but if you play a Kobe Mainoo in that sitting role with Declan Rice, with the license to move a little bit, or Bellingham with Rice to move a little bit, then it's very different. But we're playing 2 midfielders sometimes against 4. Yeah, we were getting bounced by Albania. Coming off thinking that was a tough game. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like we were playing against the top teams and it was like, you know, it's going to be a tough game. I don't remember a really easy game for England. Because we weren't tactically that good. So I don't know. I think the difference will be if these boys win, can't argue.
Yeah.
But I think both have huge quality.
I think the one thing, while we're on it, I don't know if you boys agree or not, from what we've seen recently, Gareth's got to find a way of playing Phil Foden in a central role.
Oh,
Is that fair?
100%.
That's
agree.
fair.
I agree. So what are we saying? You agree?
So what's the question again?
England had a better squad 20 years ago than they do today.
I'm going to disagree because I want to big the lads up, give them their flowers, and hopefully they win it.
I'm going to agree, because I tend to agree with what you said, and the key word in the question is squad. I'm not sure that they've got a better team, but I take your point. I think it might have been a bigger and better squad.
I'm with Ali. I'm going to go with that, so I agree with that as well. 2-1. Right, next question,
That
guys.
was a good one, that
I
was
like
it?
that one, yeah. It was pressure, that, isn't it? Right, Portugal are a better team with Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench. Agree or disagree?
Oh,
Where are you going now?
I'm going to agree with that.
Yeah.
And I know, it's a bit of a statement I've made there. One of the greatest players of all time.
From a number 9.
I know. But
Goal scorer.
I'm only going back to what I saw at the World Cup. But, and to contradict what I'm going to say, because obviously the new coach has come in and he's brought him back in, and I haven't seen enough of them. But from having watched them in the World Cup in Qatar, they definitely, I felt at that particular time, were a better team with him on the bench.
In qualifiers, got 10 goals in 12 games.
I know.
Really?
So
Top
what
goal
am I
scorer.
talking about exactly?
That's what. Like, if you looked at it just isolation of that World Cup, I might side with you. But when you look at the qualification process, without him, they don't qualify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to disagree.
Yeah. I agree with Ali in the sense I feel at the World Cup, they look better without him. But I can't discount the fact that if you got Leao on one wing and you got Bernardo Silva on the other wing, he ain't gonna. He could play on another 10 years. Just getting the sticks and put the ball away. So I think they're a better side with Cristiano in.
I agree. So that's 2-1.
Disagree.
You disagree? Well, Cristiano will watch
Oh,
this. He
don't-
won't be
no,
happy.
don't
He will not
please.
be happy.
Don't tell him,
I
will
might
you?
get a text. Oh. Kylian Mbappe will win the Golden Boot. Agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Who are you going with then?
Harry Kane. Can you believe that?
I can see it.
Mate, I disagree. I'm going with Ali, Harry Kane. Just imagine. It's
It's
written, isn't it? It's written.
It's one of these things, you know what I mean?
You're going against the man who scored a hat-trick in the World Cup.
I know, I can't believe it. It's one of the highlights of my life being at that game. I'll never forget being at that game, boys.
Really?
If I live to be 100,
Same.
I'm telling you, you're just looking about saying this is incredible, and it was one of the performances of a lifetime. He's brilliant. We watch him, the acceleration, the speed. but
you're not
Harry's
backing
having
him.
some season.
Yeah. It depends on what the group's saying, isn't it? Harry, you can see Harry getting a couple,
Yes,
2-3
in
group
the
stages.
qualifiers.
Yeah, and then we're away. I just think it's written. Harry Kane, an Englishman, to lift it in Berlin. Oh.
Do you go in as a striker, or from a striker's perspective, Golden Boot? Got to get the Golden Boot, or is it just about your team?
No, I think Harry's a little bit different in the respect that I genuinely think Harry is 100% for the team. I do, and it's just the way I look at him. But at the same time, I mean, if you're offering him the Golden Boot or the tournament, he's taking the tournament all day.
Yeah.
As
All
captain
day.
as well.
But he'll want both.
Yeah.
But the tournament is his priority, and I don't think there's any doubt about that.
You didn't answer the question. I said you. I said you.
It's hypothetical for me. A, I'm not winning the Golden Boot, and B, we're not winning the tournament. But thanks for the question.
So you disagree then? Kylian Mbappe will not.
Yes,
win the
I'm
Golden
disagreeing.
Boot.
I'm going with Harry
You're
Kane.
I
disagreeing.
disagree.
I'm agreeing. I think he'll win the Golden Boot, Kylian. I just think he's the best player currently playing football right now, and I think that he scores at will. He's that good.
Yeah.
He does everything in the game. I love watching him. That final, as you said, was
Oh,
ridiculous.
it was unbelievable.
You joke, wasn't it?
Right, listen, we're going to move on to one-word answers now.
Yes.
Right, so we'll sharpen it up, quicken this up, a bit of speed. Right, so who will win the Euros this year?
England.
France.
England. Player of the tournament?
Foden.
Bellingham.
Mbappe. Young player to watch out for?
Mainu.
Silva, Benfica and Portugal.
I'm
Say
going
it,
to go Lemil.
Okay.
Is it Lemil?
Yeah.
Making sure. It is Lemil, isn't it? Just got to double check these things, guys. Lamine Yamal, that's him. The right winger, left-footed, Barcelona. Have you seen him?
Yes.
Cole, he's a bit of you.
Yeah. I've seen him. I've seen him.
Top goal scorer?
Kane.
Mbappe. Which team will be the dark horse?
I'm going to. It depends whether you call them a dark horse or not. I think Portugal, once again, will do very well. I mean, they're not really a dark horse as such, but I think they'll go a long way.
I'm going to go for the darkest of dark horses, even their hooves are dark. I'm going to go with Scotland.
Yeah?
Yeah.
To win it?
Not to win it, no. But just come on, like, see, we're on television. I can't be saying that. But they're gonna surprise a few.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Oh, do it from me, Joe.
I think I'll go Portugal. No, I don't think many people have Portugal to win, so I'm going to go with them.
Yeah.
I think they've got a chance. Great squad of players. There you have it, guys. Ali McCoist, Joe Cole, thank you very much. That is the roundup of Euro 2024. Our statements have been given to us. We've answered correctly or non-correctly, but wisely.